Okay, so here we are. This is Christophe Clugston, and this is a language linguistics video, which I haven't done in quite a while. So the Power Linguist is back, baby. He's back. Now, I guess a little bit of information is that I have covered so much in my previous language and linguistics videos that there's not a lot to say actually, other than go back through them, each and every one of them. And I was going to put those behind a paywall because I gave out so much free information that's worth a fortune, basically, if you're interested. And some updates while we're on languages and stuff. The volume method, 100% results from everybody that's ever done it. The Fluent Mind book, which is an introduction really to different methods you probably don't know about. That's covered, and I have videos about that. And also the language-busters.com site is a place to find out more information about all that stuff. But let me get into this. I don't want to make this a really long video, but I definitely need to make a new video here. So what's been happening? Well, even though I say I don't like geo-locked languages, there are some that appeal to me because of certain things that I'm doing. I've been very busy. I've returned to doing canine stuff quite a bit. So that's where you might see. So a lot of my latest videos are on that area, and it's taking up all my time. So one of the things, because of some of the dogs I'm involved with come from this part of the Eastern Europe, and so I've delved into the language a little bit, and specifically that would be Slovak. Yes, just to reiterate a fact that's known by quite a few people, Western Slovakian Slav languages, Western Slav languages, which Slovak is and Czech is mainly, are 96% mutually intelligible. So if you can speak Czech, you can understand Slovak speakers, and if Western, and if you understand Slovak, you can speak Czech also. Now, there are some differences in lexicon here and there. The pronunciation is slightly different. Grammar is the same. So, and it's called what I term very grammar intense or rich language, meaning compared to English especially, and compared to isolating languages, good luck if your maternal language is an isolating language like Thai or Vietnamese. You're going to have a hell of a hard time, because it's just all the things that happen within a pretty strong fusional language. Actually, it's not as strong as Latin, but it's still a strong fusional language. That because syntax is not important when you're dealing with a fusional language. You can change things around, and it doesn't adversely. It's not like English, where the syntax order pretty much makes a lot of difference in the semantic impact, especially with adverbs. But I don't want to get into all that. I think I've talked about that in the past anyway. But so there are not a lot of resources, I should say, for Slovak if you're learning Slovak. And the reason, once again, I like Slovak's pronunciation more than I like Czech. So that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of enamored with it. It is very difficult for English speakers because of, like I'm saying, the grammar is far more intense. The cases, you'll have to know the changes, the suffixal changes on many lexical units shows its relationship semantically. It changes what's going on. So you don't just have a nominative or a subjective and an objective case. You've got genitive cases, dative cases, sort of things. If you've taken Latin grammar, or if you know Latin by any chance, and all the different forms of Latin, there's many. A lot of people think that only the medieval church Latin, which most people try to pronounce as English, as Italian, is Latin. It's not. That there's, I studied classical Latin a long time ago at this point, but that'll help you. Or if you another Slav language, of course, the biggest one, and actually important language too, which is not really geo-locked, is Russian, of course. There are some things that are similar between Slovak, Czech, and and Russian. Polish is another language. If you happen to grow up speaking Polish, you're not going to have that much problem with Slovak or Czech. But this is what I'm doing. Lately, I don't have enough time to devote a full-pronged approach that I normally like to do. I am also not immersed in the culture. Currently, I don't have any Slovak or Czech speakers. So if you're a Slovak or Czech speaker and you want to help out, I'd definitely like it. Now, so what I'm saying in this, I just want to mention that, yes, I'm doing a geolock language. There are not that many speakers of it. Do the people in Slovakia speak English? Not outside one or two cities, really. And it can be said in Czechoslovakia also. That can be said too outside of a couple places. So anyway, if you know resources to help learn this language, because I know a lot of people who want to learn Slovak really have to look at Czechoslovakian, learning Czech language, sources, books, radio, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so that's what I'm up to. So that's where the Power Linguist is on the language and linguistics. I'm happy to say that I'm not really contending with Thai any longer. I mean, I'm not immersed in that culture. I'm not in the language milieu any longer. So I can just let it go. And once again, for those people who are there, think it's important. Nobody speaks it here. Nobody uses it here. Has no bearing. If I start speaking it, people don't know what the hell I'm doing. But that's the way it is, though. I'm in pretty much of a monolingual place. I don't like it currently, but that's just one of the realities right now at this point in time. So hopefully I'll be back into a multilingual setting soon. Anyway, so if you have learned Czech or are learning Czech or Slovak, write in the comments below, okay? And I'll put in the webpage again, which is language-busters.com. There's the volume method, 100% results so far. No one's ever said it doesn't work. It always does make progress. It's hard. It's not easy. And then also, if you want to know about more different types of learning methodologies that you probably have never heard about or haven't studied or anything, that's in the Fluent Mind or the Clugston Fluent Method. That book is also available, digital for both, so you can definitely get them. Don't have to worry about the Wuhan messing you up. You can get those digitally. So, all right, so this is Christophe Clugston for everything about languages and linguistics, and I'll talk to you in other videos. And yeah, my channel is a wild, eclectic, syncretic collection of language and linguistics. Of course, self-protection, and that aspect, and also now canine stuff, returning to canine. So, hey, you're not going to find anybody with that combination, are you? No, don't think so. Okay, so I'll see you guys, okay? Ahoy. Ciao.